Good morning, children. Today we'll start chapter 6. Scratch is a programming language. We can draw, we can design, we can animate through some piece of code. A sequence of instruction given to a computer is called a program. So here we can use a program. You can see Scratch interface has been displayed. The language used to write this instruction is called a programming language. So to create a program, we have to write some piece of code that is known as programming language. So in this chapter, we are going to learn one programming language, that is Scratch. S-C-R-A-T-C-H. You won't get this in your computer by default. You have to download from internet, then you have to install, then only you will get the icon available in your computer. A Scratch is a free multimedia programming language used to create interactive stories. So what we can do is we can create interactive stories, games, animations, music and art by simple dragging and dropping of instruction block. Once again I am saying a Scratch is a free multimedia programming language which is used to create interactive stories, games, animations, music and art by simple dragging and dropping of instruction blocks. It is a programming tool that can be used by students, teachers, scholars and parents for science and mathematics project, presentation, simulations, experiment, etc. So after installations, you have to click on the start button, the down bottom you get a start button, then all program. Okay, inside all program you get the option known as Scratch. See here, Scratch 2 is available. You have to click on this. So once you click, the interface you get is somewhat like this. Now see, basic element of Scratch. Basic elements. The first part you get is a stage. This is a stage. Stage, backdrop and sprite. Okay, stage. Stage is an area where you see your stories, animation, music and art in actions. The object that perform action on the stage is called sprite. Okay, so object and sprite. You can see here at the top you have a flag part which means the run, and this red color means stop, and this means a presentation view. So what is a stage? Stage is an area where you see your stories, animations, music and art in action. The object that perform action on the stage is called sprite. Here, this is sprite. Okay, this cat is known as sprite over here. And top you can see this is a presentation mode, this is the running mode, this is a stop sign. Then we have a block palette. This is a block palette. Okay, this part is known as block palette. Instructions are given to the sprite with the help of blocks of the block palette. Block palette allow you to drag blocks into the script. There are various blocks available. So we can drag the blocks from the block palettes. Block palette allow you to drag blocks into the script area. As you drag a block, a copy of it follows the mouse until you drop it into the script area. Then we have a script area. Script area. This side. This part is known as script area. It is an area where the blocks are dragged from the block palette. From the block palette you can drag the blocks. Okay. The script area also has a zoom tool. Down at the bottom you can see here we have a zoom tool. At the bottom right corner, it allows you to zoom in and zoom out of the blocks in the script area. Sprites Pane. Sprites Pane here. Sprites Pane contain a thumbnail view of all sprites. Thumbnail view of all the sprites will be available. See, the various sprites are available as a library. The Sprites Pane contain a thumbnail view of all sprites. Every time you open Scratch, it begins with a sprite. A new sprite can be added by clicking on the following. See, like this. A new sprite can be added by clicking one of the following. We have various buttons over here. You can see the first one. It is for the new sprite available in the Scratch program. The second one is the paint part. Get the paint window available here. Okay, so you can even use the tools, various tools. You can write, you can draw, you can type. So many things are available. Then we have next third part, upload sprite from the file. Even your downloaded file or your saved file in the computer, that you can use as a sprite. And the last one is take a photograph for a new sprite using a webcam. If webcam is connected, you can click this one. Okay, you can children, you can see there my face is visible, isn't it? Because webcam is there in my laptop. So you can save also this one. It will be also considered as a, see there, even my photo, my pic, it came as a sprite. So children's basic screen elements of Scratch, that is stage, block palette, script area and sprite pane. Is this clear? Okay, delete also. So children, Scratch is a programming language with which we can design, we can create interactive stories, games, animations, music and art by simple dragging and dropping of instruction blocks. So it is very useful for students, teachers, scholars and parents for science and mathematics projects, presentation, simulation, experiment, etc. We can do so many different kind of things using this Scratch. Scratch is not available by default in the computer. We have to download. For downloading, you can go to the particular website. Okay, for downloading you can click on www.scratch.mit.edu, then slash, you can go for download option. So if you have a computer, laptop with internet connections, you can type this in a web browser. You'll get the options where you can download Scratch 2. Okay, and after downloading you have to install it. You have to double click on that executable file. The installation process will begin and finally you will get the installed applications. And when you open by clicking on the start button, then all program, then Scratch 2, the window which will appear, will look like similar one. Is this clear, children? So next class I will teach you how we can create animation effects, design effects, and different sort of things we can do using Scratch